teammate. He's just, he's struggled a fair amount in both practices so far.
Dillon is 21st on the board right now. Remember, the top 22 in third round practice, that will be the field plus one provisional starter.
Reality is he's the favorite coming in here. I mean, he hasn't won yet, but he's been second and third both races.
We have some radio on Brad Keselowski's struggles.
Locking up rated under initial braking, Brad, both ends. I like the attacking there, but you have to get it modulate a little bit. Yeah, a little bit better. Same thing down here. A little lock up under initial there again.
He got the spotter, probably relaying the information to the crew chief.
And Austin Dillon almost got into him here.
Yeah. Well, because Brad was up out of the way and
locking that tire up. Yeah, and I think when you hear him talk about modulating the pedal, that just means you got to push the brake hard and anticipate that lockup and start to bleed off of the brake a little bit as you roll into the corner.
That's a good point, Kevin. I'm glad you brought that up. All right, why is this such a big problem? Because the only options you have when that thing starts locking up is to let off the brake. And what's that do? That doesn't slow down.
Yeah, and then
that's not a good option.
And that's the thing that we keep talking about.
Keep taking as long as
Go yellow.
Easy.
And that'll end round 2 for Group 2 of 3. And we'll be back with round 2 for the third group of cars in the Busch Light Clash.
See him rolling to center of the corner a lot better.
Larry?
All right, we've seen all this left front lockup. I think what Chase Briscoe did the first 3 or 4 laps, he was downshifting. Now that he's not shifting, that's when he cut that fast lap of 13:56. He ran about 3 laps shifting, and then he stopped the shifting.
Well, I like what you just said right there, and I think a big reason why he's doing that is to prevent that lockup in the left front. It helps slow the car down when you're not using the brakes until you get some temperature to your tires and you can run a faster lap.
Yeah, and a lot of guys were talking in the garage earlier too. They might use that to get a little bit of wheel spin to get some heat in the back tires in order to get the grip where they need it to be.
Time goes 3 more laps.
He's going back to shifting. And a lot of times you will use that downshift to make the car turn in the middle of the corner. So what that tells me is Chase Briscoe is tight to the center of the corner and using that to rotate his car.
How about this Josh Williams? I love it. Top of the board again. Shots fired. Never been here before.
13.498.
Fantastic. Briscoe. Well, so much for that theory, Larry. Now he's downshifting and went back to the top of the board. The key here is, it seems like around 10 laps, it really came in for these guys. Started laying laps down.
Yeah, I think probably some of that was the reason that he switched back is because of the fact that without all that RPM, it slides the left front tire.
Time has expired on Group 1. Briscoe, Williams, Hocevar, Jones, Cindric, and Smith. Now, every one of these 6 drivers has to make it into the field on speed. None of them were high enough in the driver points for 2023 to be eligible for the 1 provisional spot. Look at the fender humps on the front of that Mustang. That's new, the Mustang Dark Horse for 2024. Whole new look for the original pony car.
It's definitely on the top of those front fenders. Drastic change with the Mustang. You know, you don't really think about that here. That's not going to be a conversation, but boy, when we get to Daytona, that is going to be a topic of conversation.
Well, Clint, here's where we're going to disagree because we're going to think about it everywhere, buddy. Aero is not going to matter here, but it has to make some sort of difference, doesn't it?
Well, the biggest thing about Daytona, the reason I went there, is for the last several years, there's been a manufacturer in Ford that has the upper hand on that conversation.
Top of the board, Tyler Reddick struggling back in 11th of 12 so far.
And I tell you what, guys, these guys got up to that speed a lot quicker than the last group did.
35.
Ty Gibbs to the top.
I think it's William Byron right behind him is following suit. Kind of like your point, you want that rabbit to chase. That's exactly what you've seen William Byron do. Following that fast car.
Reddick jumps to 9th.
William Byron to the top.
With a new track record.
There's a 28. Told you there's a 29 out there. Ty Gibbs to the back to the top.
Well, we know the answer to the question, and is that going to be the case with the racetrack as we go into the next group as well? Jamie?
Well, after that second practice for William Byron, he came in and he said, guys, that was not good. I was missing my line. Let's go back on those changes, go back to how we unloaded, and they did. And he said the platform's much better. Good speed here.
Yeah, we've been in a lot of talks and conversations, meetings, preparation for the year.
Love to be there. What was it like out there? How are the conditions right now?
Not too bad. I was really worried about being in the first round there, but it seemed like the track came in a lot quicker with the Mexico Series out there. Rubbering up the track seemed to help. But I know what, Jamie, I'm usually used to like holding my breath for one lap at a time in qualifying, but doing it for like 15, 16 laps, I'm a little tired after that run.
We'll have a little bit of a break. You guys can't adjust much. What do you think for tonight? Now that things have changed and you're actually racing tonight.
Yeah, I feel really good about our Shell Pencil Mustang. We came here completely different than last year. We kind of struggled here last year, so Paul did a great job. The guys did a great job giving me something, and I mean, we know how this race is going to go. It's going to be a lot of bumping and banging, and starting towards the front is going to be key. I feel like if you get in the back, you're going to get a lot of damage and beat your car up, beat your tires up, all those type of things. So hopefully it holds up, and we can start near the front, and we can manage the race and get through it.
Thanks, Joey.
Thanks.
I think that what that tells me that he has to take his left hand completely loose from the wheel and let it slide.
Flags will be out this time.
It's almost like he doesn't have the wheel index quite far enough. That's frustrating on a driver. It's just little things like that throws your rhythm off.
Denny Hamlin, fastest cat in the alley, picked it up to 13:13.
Wow. What a lap.
Benny the hamster is bad.